Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of City Sim Builds. And I think this is probably my favorite spot here in Two Rivers County. I just really like the way this turned out with the mountain road. I think it looks really cool with this hairpin turn here. But yeah, so in the last episode, we built all these cool mountain and rural roads here. And I think it's looking really, really good. We have this mountain community over here, and this is just a really nice happening place. I think it looks really, really authentic. So I'm pleased with the way that came out. And then over here, we have this little mountain village forming around this pond. I think in the last episode I was saying this was a lake, but really this is a pond. And we have a name for this. So the name for this is going to be, I don't know how to say this correctly in German, but it's Bergteich. At least I'm doing my best here to say that, but this comes from Nathaniel Davis, and in German this apparently means mountain pond. So I really like that. So I'm going to name this Bergteich. So if you have a better way to pronounce that, and maybe I'll just Google that later on to see what it is. But yeah, that's what we're going to call this little mountain town here. We have a couple other names that I want to add in as well. The other area I wanted to change was the Pine Hills Wharf. The name for this comes from Seth Ron, and this is going to be called Smuggler's Wharf. I really like that. That's cool. And I got a bunch of other names for the village here, and I think what I'm going to do is keep the wharf area, like the harbor and everything. That's going to be called Smuggler's Wharf, and then up here we're going to have another name, and that name also comes from Nathaniel Davis, and it's going to be called Peter's Bend. So I think I need to place in a district here first, which I haven't done yet. So let's get this in, and then we'll name this town. And I'm adding in a few little bits of the district over here just to kind of have some room for expansion. So definitely not the Walnut District, Peter's Bend. All right, cool, excellent. That's looking really, really good. And then the other name that we have is for the bay itself. And the name for this bay is going to be called Minnow Bay. And this comes from Bay Chamel, who wanted to originally call what's now Peter's Bend or maybe the Smuggler's Wharf area, Minnow Bay, but we're going to name the bay itself Minnow Bay. So I'm going to get a district in place, and then we can name that. All right, and that was a lot of mouse work, and hopefully that made interesting time lapse. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this in place. And I don't think there's a benefit of having a district for a body of water, but we're gonna roll with it. I just like the label. I think it looks cool. So Minnow Bay it is, and we'll clean up some of this district work later on, because I think over here in the future we're going to expand the land out a little bit in an artificial way to provide space for an airport, but that's going to be a future episode. But for today's episode, I want to focus back in here in River Pointe, and I really want to take a look at our university. I would love to get this to a level 5. I don't know if that's achievable, but what I want to do is add in a few more academic facilities and some sporting complexes as well. The other thing I might do is add some additional development along this side as well. It depends on how this area kind of organically grows throughout this episode as we add in other university buildings. But right now we have the university as the Charred Lands University, and I need a different name for this, because this area has burned over so many times. I think 4 or 5 by this point in the build. But if you have a different name for this, please let me know down in the comments. That would be really, really helpful. And I'll definitely change the name of that. So before we get into today's episode, if you want to subscribe to my channel, that would really, really help me out, but no pressure at all. Also, if you want to leave a comment down below as the build progresses, that also really helps me out. I really enjoy seeing all the different feedback and comments I get from people about the build. It really helps me change the build and inform my decision making. So it's really, really helpful to me, and I really enjoy engaging with y'all. So please leave a comment down below and like the video as well if you're enjoying things. So I want to come in and take a look at how we're doing with our university. So right now there's a need for additional university capacity here in Two Rivers County. We have just over 7,000 students eligible and a capacity of roughly 5,700. So we need to add in some facilities over here. So let's take a look at our university overview. So right now we've produced a lot of academic works, which I think is going to help us get our university to the next level or two, hopefully. The student capacity is where I think the main issue is, because Two Rivers County is only 37,000 people. I think that might be contributing to some of the issues we have in growing the campus. But in terms of our attractiveness and students and academic works, I think we're doing fine. So let's attempt to make some progress here and see how far we can get the university. So I want to add in a few more dormitories. So let's come over here and see where we can make that happen. And I want to come down closer just to get a feel of the area. And I know I have a lot of trees in here, and I do like that, but I might clear out some trees here and there just to have like a little bit more open spaces. But I like this cross section in general. Like, I think this feels like a university campus with sidewalks on each side and lighting and everything. So I think I'm going to keep using that cross section of roadway here. So I'm going to grab this and let's zoom out. So I do think we want to extend this road further this way a little bit. So let's cut on our terrain. Yeah, and this is a nice flat area. So maybe we come over to about here and then bring it over to tie in like that. And then maybe what we can do is extend this on the back side. I think this is the School of Science building. So maybe what we can do is place like a little mini quad in here and have some university dormitories. So I'm gonna come over here and select these dormitories, and then let's see if we can get, we definitely need to expand the campus area. That's important. Let's zoom out a little bit, and I'm just gonna extend it over here about like this, roughly, just to give us a little bit of breathing room and where we can add future facilities and things like that. So let's grab this. Then I might take Anarchy off for the moment and get it to be lined up nice and neat along here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, about like that. And then I wonder if we can get one more here in the middle. Or I wonder also if we can do overlapping buildings as well. Let's maybe cut on Anarchy and see. So if we do something like that, and then that, how does it look? I don't think that looks too terrible. There are a couple rough spots here and there. I wonder if we align them with Move It, if that will change things. Let me give that a try. Okay, cool. I think that actually turned out really well. Excellent, excellent. Yeah. So now that looks like just like one long university dormitory building. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. So now let's use Move It to see if we can get this to match the roadway. So we'll get all these, we'll do Control H, then let's meet up here somewhere. Okay, and that fixes the parking and everything here, and I'm good with that. Now, I don't have Bob anymore because that particular mod, for whatever reason, was giving me issues. So I'm gonna leave the parking in here for right now, and I think that'll be fine. But let's get some water in place before we add in dormitories on this side and get a quad in the middle there. Okay, excellent. So now I wonder if I can just copy these and then rotate it and see if we can line this up about like that. Cool. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Okay, let's go into Move It and then select all of our buildings. And then we'll also Control H, and we'll do somewhere like in the midpoint here. And I think that should be pretty decent. Yeah, I think that's looking really good. Excellent. So through here, we're going to need some pedestrian paths. So I'm going to grab this gravel path that I like a lot for these sorts of uses. And maybe what we can do is start a path that kind of meanders like next to the building over here. Or actually, we can have it connect up here and then have something that connects over here like this. So let's do the same thing on this side. I'm going to cut off the grid so I can see things a little bit better, and hopefully y'all can as well, just so we can have some symmetry here. I think that'll be good. And then maybe we have a path that ends there. Same thing on this side, like that. And again, I can't change this without Bob, but maybe that's something I'll do later on in the future. So for right now, I'm gonna bring this over like that. And then maybe we have a diagonal path that comes over like this and then meets up like that. How does it look from this side? Kind of symmetrical. I think it's roughly symmetrical. These nodes meet up, these nodes meet up. There's a little funkiness here, but I think that's fine. But let's bring that over here and then over there. And I think that will look good. So for over here, I'm gonna come out, let's say 3 units and then go over to maybe here. No, we're getting some overlap there. That's a little too far. Let's go 2 units. Same thing on this side, hopefully. It's pretty finicky. It really wants to snap to this building here. Okay, I'm gonna get this side in place first. We're gonna bring this straight down like this. Then we're also gonna come over here and bring this off 3 units and then tie this up like that. Then let's see if we can get something 2 units on this side. Okay, perfect. Then we'll come down to here and meet up and line up like that. And then through here, I think I'm gonna get rid of some of the trees and come back and then place some later on. Excellent academic year report. We already have, wow, 1,185 students. Excellent. That's really, really good. Okay, perfect. I'm really liking that. So what else do we have? We have parks for academic works, understanding fluid dynamics. I definitely took that class. Well, fluid dynamics as an engineer, some toga parties. Yeah, so things are looking good. We're an acclaimed university. Excellent. So back to this. Let's go through and we're going to use our marquee tool and we're going to get rid of everything except for our trees. And then we're going to go through and get all these ones here in the middle. Then we're going to remove them like that. Then I think we have this one little spot right here. And I want to change the shadowing. So let's pause the game for a second so I can use play it. For some reason, play it doesn't work well with me when the game is running. I don't know why, but I want to change the shadows in here just so I can see what I'm doing, like with the orientation of how things look here in the quad and like with the buildings, because they're all like oriented this way. And I know this is kind of more in the afternoon at roughly 3:30 in the afternoon or 15:27. But yeah, it helps me see what I'm doing in here. So let's get rid of that old dead tree and let's just kind of start with a clean slate. So I do know I'm going to want some live oaks in here. Yeah, the live oak is definitely like my favorite tree. So maybe what we can do is place a few here at the front that are like prominent parts of the quad area. And then I might get rid of this one so I can get a slightly bigger one. Yeah, I think something like that roughly. And then through here, let's maybe have a fountain or something. So let's go into our university tab and see what we can add. So we have this university statue. Maybe we can place that, maybe not. Well, let's place it and then see if we can use move it to change things around a little bit. Let's cut on single point selection. Then maybe what we can do is, can we rotate it? Yeah, let's try to rotate it a little bit. I don't know if some of these trees are gonna work. This might not be a good spot for it, but let's see. Actually, that might work. I think this is close to the path, but I think it's okay. I don't like these trees here. I'm gonna try and see if I can get Bob to work again, and then I'm gonna come back and see if I can replace some of these trees here. But I think this will work out okay. So I'm gonna place this kind of more in the center, somewhere down here. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this, so I think that'll be fine. Actually, let's go there. So that way we are between this little nub here and that nub there, which are kind of like the midpoints of this like university dormitory complex. Oh, and I see we're already at a level 4. Excellent. Perfect. I'm liking that. Let's get path in place here. And then maybe we can do the same thing on this side. Okay, cool. I'm liking that. All right, so I'm gonna probably come back to this and do a little bit more landscaping later on, but I really wanna get a sports complex in here because university sports are definitely a mainstay of a college experience, you know? So I wanna get a football stadium in and let's see, maybe a track and field and maybe like a basketball arena and maybe baseball as well. So I'm gonna start off with the aquatic center. I wonder if we can place this here next to the railroad track. Yeah, I think that'll work out fine. How big is the basketball arena? That's a good size. So we are definitely gonna need some sort of parking in here. So I think because of the space limitations, we're gonna have to do parking decks. And I think some of these parking decks will work just fine. And what I wanna do is maybe get 4 of them in here. Actually, let's let's relocate this to this side, and I want to get a road in somewhere in here. So let's put that there for now, and then we'll relocate this to here. And before I do that, what I might do is use move it just to rotate this. Okay, so now that I have this like rotated, I want to place it right there and then actually redo this road to make the density in here make more sense. So I think we can extend this down to here. Perfect. So now I think we can go through and add in a few more parking decks through here. So that way, now, hopefully we should be able to put the basketball arena somewhere in here. And that's like super close. Let's move this for the time being. And what about the baseball field? Is that better? Nope, that's too big. Track and field is too big. Okay, I wonder if this might fit better loading in from this side. Yeah, that's definitely a bit better. And I'm okay with this like berm here, the way it terraformed. I think that's okay. So the parking here can be associated with the aquatic center, but probably mainly the basketball arena. So do you want to get this and Control H this to say about somewhere in here? Yeah, that looks way more reasonable to me. So now I'm going to extend water just so we can get water through here. And then here, we can do the same thing. Wow, look at all this traffic. Okay, and that's the other thing. We're gonna need some sort of other road that goes over here to connect up to this road over here, Rockville Road, and provide some sort of other traffic means, because these are gonna generate a lot of traffic and we're gonna have to do something for that. All right, the next thing I wanna get in is the football stadium. And I think what I'm gonna do is place this somewhere over here in this general area. So let's extend this road, say to about here, and then we're gonna come down somewhere in here. All right, and for the football stadium, let's see if we can fit this maybe right here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And the way this terraformed actually works to our advantage, because a lot of times when you see like sporting arenas like this, they will, like this first level here, they will actually dig down, and then the ground level typically will be like right here. So I'm okay with this. Like I think this makes sense, especially with like the grade limitations that we have. And one of the things I do want to add in is some surface parking, and I don't have that asset right now. I think I got rid of it by accident, but I'm going to come back and place some surface parking in a future episode, or maybe in a live stream, because that's a really valuable part of the tailgating experience, as most people know. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way this is placed, and we'll come back and address some of the parking with this. So with that said, we still have a few other facilities to place. So track and field, I wonder if this would be better suited somewhere else on campus. So just for now, I'm going to extend this road to here. Just trying to get some of the grid in place here. How close can we get to this guy? Yeah, I'm fine with that. And then we'll connect up there like that. So baseball, maybe we'll do baseball right there. And then track and field, maybe we can fit that in somewhere right here. And that's such a huge facility, my goodness. Yeah, I don't like that, but I think I'm gonna work around that. What happens if we extend this way? I'm just curious to see. Okay, so it really chops that off. Okay, I don't like that, so let's get rid of that. So maybe what we can do is terraform a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Not that. So I'm just trying to bring this up a little bit. I'm okay with a little bit of terraforming through here, but I do want it to kind of have that nature of, you know, we had to modify the earth and make a nice flat area. Overall, I'm pleased with that. I think that'd be fine. So if we come this way, yeah, I'm okay with that. And maybe we can just place a fence along up here, and I think that'll be okay. Let's cut on our terrain for a second. Come down just a little bit. And then here, I'm gonna come out like 3 units, and then let's turn on the curved road tool, and then come out like maybe another 3 units, and then curve the road a little bit around this. So something about like this. And then here, maybe we can have a road that just goes across like that. Then actually, what I might do is build this road first and back this one up a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we're really getting some deep cuts here. I wonder if, let me revisit this for a second. So let's change it to the normal mode and see if that helps things out. Nope, we created a tunnel. Okay, that's fine. Well, it's not fine. I don't want a tunnel, but let's try from down here and see if it creates a tunnel. Okay, that's better. That's better. And then we'll come along the back edge like that. Then let's see if that will work. Okay, we'll make do with that. And then here we can use our curve road tool. Let's maybe back this up a little bit. Then see if we can find that guideline. And it is not liking that guideline, but I wonder if we can manually meet up with it. So let's come out this way. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I've been trying to do. Okay, so I'm gonna use Move It to manually adjust some of these heights here. And then over here, I'm gonna match this height to over here, like that. Yeah, that looks way more reasonable. And then here we will slope, just even things out. Yeah, that looks a ton better, a ton better. So let's maybe get some fencing in place. Then for the fence, I think I'm gonna choose like the park fence. I was doing some weird stuff, but that is looking way better. And hopefully that will be a nice, safe fence for everybody. So I think we have all of our facilities in place. We do need water over here. So let's go ahead and expand water piping through here. And I think through here, I can manually adjust this down, something about like that. And then let's slope a little bit through here. That looks good. And then here, let's see what this is. That's kind of steep, so I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. Okay, 8.9, I'm good with that. So for the time being, I think our parking over here is fine. I do wanna get maybe another road behind here and then add some fencing along here. Then maybe we can get another road back here like that. All right, let's check out our university status now. So we need a little bit more campus attractiveness, but then otherwise I think we might be at a level 5. That'd be really cool. And before I forget, let's go ahead and get that fence over here as well. So let's maybe go there to about here. It's really weird. I can't see what I'm placing. Might have to come back with Move It and just kind of manually adjust things. And let's actually redo this because I had snapping on and I think that was causing some issues. All right, let's try and place a little bit more fencing here. All right, I think that's fine. We'll come to about there, here, just something to maybe make the facility feel a little bit more exclusive. Then here we can come to like this post. Ooh, that did not turn out well. And then let's turn off node snapping for a second and then maybe come through here like that. And then I gotta fix this little spot right here, but maybe it's okay. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if I can move it. Whew. Yeah, it's being very difficult to try and grab that node, so I'm just gonna leave it for right now. But otherwise, I'm okay with the fencing now. I think that's fine. So I think what I'm gonna do later on once I get some parking lots is come back and fill in some of these areas with surface lots. Maybe not here, but definitely like over here and maybe this area. And truthfully, we probably need some additional parking decks somewhere in here. And I want to load these from the side. Excellent. Let's see what else we can place for our university. Maybe we can place another statue like right there. I think that'd be good. Then maybe another fountain somewhere. Let's see where we can place a fountain. That looks good. Well, not really. The height's not the best. So let's get that and then maybe bring it down to this intersection height. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Ooh, and I just noticed this. Let's fix the height of this building. So we'll go in, hit Control H, and let's go to maybe this intersection. Does that help? Yeah, it does. Little wonkiness there, but I think that's fine. That's okay-ish. Let's try maybe like the midpoint of the road here. Yeah, maybe that made it worse. I don't know. These that car is just like part of the asphalt. All these are, but maybe that will adjust over time. So how are we doing? We're close with our campus attractiveness. What will get us there? We need 75 more points for campus attractiveness. So let's take a look. Are we missing anything? We have a library, we have a cafeteria, we have a gymnasium. Do we have a futsal club? I can't remember. I don't think we have one of those. Maybe we can fit that somewhere over here. Let's maybe put that there. What does that even look like? Okay, cool. All right, maybe that will help us out a little bit. And then where is our gymnasium? I think it's like over here. No, that's the library. Study hall, gymnasium. Maybe we have another university gymnasium kind of closer to the sports complex. I think that'd be a good idea. So let's pick that, and then we'll just place another one along here next to the futsal club. Okay, perfect. Excellent. I'm liking the way this is looking. Good, good. So I'm kind of confused. We're hitting all the markers now for our level 5. So academic works, we have 22 of 16. Students, we have 2,314 of 1,800. And campus attractiveness is 1,830 over 1,800. So I'm a little bit confused here why that's the case. But I think we have everything in place we need to be a level 5. Maybe it just needs to catch up for the year. I think there are a few buildings that we're missing, such as the university laboratories, the university bookstore, and the university media lab. Let's just double check that. I thought we had a bookstore. So we have study hall, library, dormitory. Okay, so we do have a bookstore, commencement office. I don't think we have a lab. So let's put that in. So where was the lab? There's the lab. Okay, where is a good spot for this? Maybe we can place that here. Yeah, I think that'd be good because that'll be next to the School of Science. So I think there's some good synergy that's happening there. And then I think we also need the media lab. So the media lab, let's maybe place that over here. Okay, perfect. So hopefully we level up to level 5. I'm gonna place in a few more paths, and the other thing I wanna do is, oh, we had a fire. Okay, well, anyway, the other thing I wanted to do was extend maybe this road or this road and have it be more of an arterial type facility that follows the coast, comes under the bridge here, and then maybe goes under a tunnel and then meets up over here somewhere. So I'm gonna work on those two things, and then hopefully by then we'll be at a level 5 university. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is extend the road over this way. So I'm gonna grab the cross section that we have for Strawberry Boulevard, which is our main road through here. And again, if you have a different name that you want me to put in other than the default names, please let me know. I'm definitely open to changing the names of different roads and everything. So we have our contours on, and then let's see if we can get a roadway in place. So we'll do anarchy, node snapping, and then I think we should be good to go. So I think we can kind of just come down a little bit and bypass the ferry area. And then about in here, we'll probably have to hug the coast a little bit more. And I might actually get like right on the coast. Let's come down here to the bridge and see. Maybe we can thread right through here. And I'm not liking this curve right here, so I'm gonna redo that. So something like that. We might need to put some key walls along through here. Maybe that's something I'll do too. And then through here, we're gonna have to meet up somewhere along in here. So we have to come under there. So I wanna find a spot, and that is gonna be quite the intense grade. I'm gonna go ahead and just place something here, and then let's come back and look at it. Whew, yeah, that is something. Let's see if we can get this road underneath the rail first, and then maybe what we can do is adjust the grades through here. So right in here, let's change this to be in the air. And then let's take this node down a little bit. Then same thing on this side. Ooh, and that's a lot. That's a lot right there. I think we might have to have like sort of an underpass here. I think that's like probably the only likely option. Let's make a section through here, a bridge, and then see if we can thread this underneath. And we're just gonna have to remove this section of road, and we'll come back to this in a second. So I know I want to have something that comes through like that, and then something that curves down here. Let's extend this straight a little bit and then stop about there, and then we'll curve through here like that, and then meet up with this guideline and tie up like that. Yeah, I think that'll work out. So we do need to make sure that these roadway grades are making sense. So let's bring this down, and then we'll grab this, Control H to there, And I know that that looks drastic. We'll come back to that. Then here, this has got to go down too. So let's grab this height, Control H, and then find maybe this node. Nope. Let's grab this node, Control H to maybe here. Ooh, that is that is something. We're gonna have to come back here and slope anyway to make this functional. We don't need it to be that high of a for the span, but let's pop it up a little bit. Let's take a look. So the street lights are fine. I think traffic in here would be fine. I do want to get this little section of rail back to be on ground. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And then I wonder if we can just hold Alt and then move this around a little bit. Okay, there we go. Then maybe the same thing here, just kind of straighten that up a little bit with the curve, or that's an oxymoron. But anyway, yeah, I think that'd be fine. And I think here we don't need that big of a height difference as we have. So I'm gonna manually adjust these, pop these up a little bit. Something about like that. I think that'd be sufficient for our vehicles to go under here and everything. Okay, cool. So we have hit, I think, level 5, prestigious. Excellent. So we lost a little bit of students, but yeah, we have level 5. Okay. So I want to finish placing this road and add in a few more paths, and then I think we're going to call this episode good for today. So for here, I want to add in a 2-unit road. Then let's have this come down, say, starting from about here, then meet up with that guideline and come down like that. And then we'll kind of do a similar sort of thing on this side, and maybe meet up like that. Then here, I'm going to kind of go backwards just to get it a little bit more even. We're gonna have to come back and change some of the electrical here, but that's fine. So we'll line up with that guideline and tie up like that. How does this look? Is it look awful without the terrain on? It's not terrible. Not a fan of the zoning, but we're just gonna ignore that for the time being. So what are the slopes through here? Okay, 6. Yeah, that's reasonable. 5.4, 6.4, 6.9. And I'm just gonna, instead of moving it, I'm just gonna replace these. And hopefully people are okay with not having power for a second, because I want to keep the game running. Yeah, should be fine. Let's take the zoning off and see how that looks. Yeah, but not bad. I do want to go through here and just smooth this out a little bit. Let's increase the brush size a little bit. All right, now let's take a look at this section. What is the slope from here down to, say, here? 10.5, okay. I don't want to adjust that too much, but what I might do is up this a little bit and then see what that does to our slope. Then maybe same thing here. So 7.6, and so I'm going to up this a little bit more, and hopefully that'll get us under 10 for a little while. Okay, 9.2, 9.5. Okay, perfect. That's good enough. A little section of that steep of a grade is fine. What is it from here to here? 9.4, and then down to here. Yeah, we got some grades. 10.6. Okay, we're gonna have to extend this a little bit more. Yeah, about like that. 7.2, and then from here to here, I'm gonna raise it up a little bit. I don't want this to be a dead end, so what I might do is rearrange this a little bit. So we're gonna have some tight turns through here, but I think that'll be okay. So we're gonna come to roughly the midpoint, come down, and then come over like that. Not the most elegant connection, but I think it'd be fine. Then we'll come up here, meet that guideline, and come up like that. Then let's slope through here. Okay, 8, that's good. And I'm not a fan of how this turned out. So what I'm going to do instead is just carry it across like that. And then I think that'll be fine for our ferry. Maybe through here we can come down about here and then curve around, meet up there, and do something like that. Then let's check the slopes on that guy. Ooh, 12.3. Okay, I think that's okay for a short distance. And then I do want to meet this up down here as well. Let's maybe back this up a little bit. Let's turn on our terrain. We'll curve around this way. Let's find that guideline and meet up there. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to slope through this section, but that's okay. So come up from down there to up here, 5.8, that's okay. Then we'll just even some of this out. All right, so I want to quickly go through and add in a few more paths just to increase the pedestrian connectivity, and then I'm going to time lapse this, and then we'll come back and close out today's episode. All right, and I think that looks really good. I think this path definitely adds something to it. You know, I think having these connections in make the university feel more realistic to me. Like, I really like this greenway that goes between these larger buildings here and the railroad. And I put some fencing in place just to make it a little bit more safer. And then it cuts around the backside of all the sporting facilities over here, and I think it just like ties it in really nicely. I think it looks really good. We're starting to get some traffic over here on this road, which I am pleased to see. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. We got our university to level 5 today, and that was my goal. And we've done a really good job of expanding over here. So I'm really happy with how things have been turning out with the university today. So with that, I think it's going to do it for today's episode. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, please think about doing so. And if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment down below. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I really enjoy getting feedback from you all. So please leave any feedback that you have, and I'll do my best to make changes based off that feedback. But I hope you all are doing well, and we'll see you back here in the next Two Rivers County episode soon. All right, take care. Bye.